right, so welcome to Electric Elevation Podcast. Today I have my special guest in the building. We got ICIS, the goddess. How you doing?
Hey, what's the deal, Kim? I'm good. How you?
Good. So let's start off by telling everybody a little bit about yourself. I know a lot of people that do know you, but it may be some that don't. So just tell everybody a little bit about yourself and your name and where that came from.
Well, Isis the goddess, the Egyptian goddess. It came from the Egyptian mythology. You know, rose her husband Osiris from the dead, created Horus, her baby, the healer, the giver of life, the giver of love, rebirth. You know, very deep on that, Kim. So, I've been calling myself that since I started taking music seriously. Just wanted to put a twist on the ISIS because you know what was going on in America. So I want to put a twist on it and not make it so negative. So, yes.
Okay. So I know you've been rapping for a while. What inspired you to first start rapping?
Well, honestly, my upbringing, you know, coming up, we didn't have all these stuff we have now. Internet and all that, like, you know, we had internet, but you know what I mean, like we had to find stuff to do, have fun, get together. So we'll just sit in a circle and cipher, and I was about 12 when I started. However, as it went on, I looked up to Lil Wayne, and I just loved how he spit his bars, so that was always a big thing to me. Then as it went on, one of our own made it, and that really inspired me. I want to say Dage Loaf, T Grizzly. When that era happened, it was like, oh, we can make it. And so, yeah, I just kind of pushed hard.
For sure. Now, you, do you always write or you freestyle sometimes too?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
I like to write because I like to make songs that's thought out. However, the thing that come off the top of your dome, it do be special. So I usually jot that down in my phone. Then I might freestyle the rest when I get into the studio.
What was the first time you actually went to, or when was the first time you actually went to a professional studio?
Honestly, I say when I was in Glendale, that was a professional studio.
Okay, you went to Glendale, okay.
Yes, my first time recording this track, I was 16 years old at Glendale.
Okay.
And the boys was just on me like, you can rap, get in there. And I recorded a whole song. It came out pretty nice. I wish I still had it.
Good.
But I mean, along down the line, then I went to Hell of Us.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in 2017, and that was like a real studio, professional, all put together.
Okay. When did you take it serious though?
When I couldn't go to the store without people noticing who I was.
Okay.
It was more so like, oh, this real. Like, this is really real. And I think I spent like my first 2-3 bands, and I was like, oh, I'm a rapper. Because they say it take money to make money, baby. So
For sure. And then what I like about your music, you're really lyrical, and you be rapping about, you know, from the streets and all of that. So tell me a little bit about is it pain, things you've been through? What inspires your music that you actually do?
I believe that all music should have substance. Nowadays we losing that, and it's okay because it's fun.
Yeah.
We having fun, we dancing to it, but I definitely feel like we need to get back to the substance and bring back real music. And that's all I knew music was, because I remember hearing Lil Wayne, for example, just say some real bars. Use his metaphors just lyrically and make your mind think. Like, that's what I feel like I wanted to do to people. I wanted people to think. I wanted to wake them up. I wanted them to get to asking questions. So I thought I would go in that era. I would go into that direction and be more deep and woke and lyrical. However, you know, I had to make some fun tracks along the way, and I had fun doing them.
For sure.
Definitely.
So I know you was making a lot of noise at one period in time, and you took some time off, and so now you back.
Yeah.
Back full time.
Yeah. I just dealt with real life.
Right, as we all do.
Definitely dealt with real life, and I'm at the front clapping and look behind. A lot of people wasn't clapping no more, and it started to feel personal. But I noticed that you can't take stuff personal, especially in this industry. You can't take stuff personal, and a lot of times people don't understand what you're doing, what you're putting into it. They don't see it. They don't understand it. They just look at, oh, she just want to be famous, or she just want to, so you gotta take the good and let it outweigh the bad. So I had to take a break, get to real life, handle my home.
How do you feel about the biasness and the politics of Detroit and the hip hop scene?
It's kind of changing now.
You think it's better or worse?
I think it's you gotta destroy the bill. So now that they actually putting stuff on the floor, about time. And I know for the outsiders, it's not good that people are coming for each other and stuff. But I always seen a lot of the phony, a lot of people just doing songs together that really hated each other, and a lot of the bad. And I was just like, oh, okay, it's like a ticking time bomb. It's gonna tick, 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 and then, cause it's all about pride and egos in the music industry. So they hiding it and working together to get somewhere together, but in reality, it just seemed very staged. So I feel like the politics right now in Detroit is probably where it needs to be.
So you think it's it's a good thing though. That's like you said, some of the things that's finally coming on the floor. Certain things been addressed, and just hopefully everybody can just move forward from it now that it's all out on the floor.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that, because usually we just fake it for the internet, and I love that about Detroit at the same time, because we didn't like the family members. You don't say what happened in my house. Don't go outside the house and tell what's happening in my house. You keep it in the family, keep it in the house. And I think that's what we were doing, which is very big of us.
Right.
It really was. It got its pros and its cons. So, but I'm starting to see a lot of the male artists and a lot of the people in positions say, let's find our women. Let's put females on. I'm like, about time.
Right.
Like, about time. Like, I would say Babyface Ray was one of the ones that definitely looked at female artists. He was never biased. Definitely uplift anybody in his crew, anybody in his team, anybody that was rocking with him. He fuck with you and he want to get you somewhere. So I feel like that's what it should be about.
And how do you like working with Helluva? I know he does a lot of your beats as well. He does a great job.
Well, I'm scared to work with Helluva. He is pretty.
But he did a few of your beats though.
No, I work with him all the time.
Okay,
he's just hard on you. He's hard on you. And it's good, because I need that. A lot of people just tell me what I want to hear, and they'll just let me say anything. Helly would be like, Ice, no. You can come harder than that. Helly would be like, he done deleted a track. I'm like, why you delete that? No. you can come harder than that, or you can say it better. And I needed that in my life. I needed that push. So it got its pros and cons, but I will say it's scary working with him. So you better come on your shit.
Right. That's a good thing though, because nobody need nobody around them. That's kind of like a yes man.
Yeah, no.
We're not going to tell you the real or what needs to be done or critique.
He's not just going to take you. I don't care if you paid for the session, a beat, you threw him some extra, you brought him some fish, some food, because he don't eat meat. I don't care what you did. He's going to tell you the truth. He's not just going to let you leave out of there with any type of track. So that's one thing it's very good that he's that type of person. Detroit needs that, and he do that for all Detroit. In Michigan, overall, everybody he worked with, honestly. So that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, you need that substance.
For sure. So when you go into the lab with him, are you, does he help with the vision, or you already have it like down pat how you want it to be?
It happens different ways. Sometimes it's just his beat. Sometimes I come with the vision and he'll throw something in. But overall, he compliments what I bring.
For sure.
He compliments it.
So what's your favorite song that you've did so far?
Well, my favorite song is Last Day Here.
Last Day Here?
Last Day Here is one of my most favorite songs, and it's like probably the most played besides Fake 2 and Same.
Mm-hmm.
They're my top 3, like publicly. But me personally would be definitely Last Day Here. It just has substance, it has feel, and it has a turning point where you lit. It's not just, deep and whatnot. So Last Day Here, definitely.
Okay. So let's talk about Same. That was the one. Which one was about the domestic violence?
Oh, that was Last Day Here.
Last Day. That one. Last Day Here. So did you get a lot of feedback from women saying they've been in similar situations? They appreciate you making that type of song.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. A lot of them came to me with their stories, or then sent videos or pictures, or they done got deep and personal in my DMs. A lot have told me how they play it to the man himself.
Okay.
Even some men felt it.
That's a hard song, and that's a hard video.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, most of the time I come up with my own concept of the videos. Honestly, probably all the time. Every video concept I came up with. This particular concept, I wanted to be shadowing my younger self, watching the life, just being, just stepping out on chance and faith. Music was my passion, so I got the scene where she snatched the earphones out the little girl ear while she cleaning the kitchen, and when she walk away, she put the earphones back in her ear, and then it goes on to pretty much just show that you can't change me. Like, I'm still gonna be who I am. A man tried to make me change, it ain't even work, and yeah.
Right. Yeah. You go pretty hard. I can pair you with some of the guys out here. You don't be out here playing around. So far as the scene with the other females in the city, do you think it's fair, or you think the city's picking its favorites?
I think they just should. Everybody who don't have a female artist or isn't supporting a particular female artist should.
Mm-hmm.
I know that a lot of people got their own gang, their own people, so they tend to help out their own people. But I think that we definitely can use a male voice, a male behind us. It will put a little extra stamp. We don't need them, obviously.
Right.
Look at Cash Doll and the rest of them. We don't need them. They can step out on their own. However, I think we need to see more of that. Oh, listen to her, repost this. But I'm starting to see more now.
For sure.
I am, and I'm proud of them. I'm glad that the males are actually supporting the females without bias or jealousy and.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
On your new project, do you have any features?
Not right now, because I just dropped the one back in 2025, and it featured Peasy, Babyface Ray, all the nice names,
Mm-hmm.
Rio. So I kind of tapped into that to just, I'd step my toe in there to see how that felt like, having those features, those big names.
Okay.
So right now, I think I'm also focusing on who is ICIS, the goddess.
For sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Name. I know you focusing on yourself, but name one female here that you wouldn't mind doing a feature with.
It's a bunch of them. It's this one girl I just heard of, the Vanna. I think her name was Vanna.
Vanna Baby.
I think it's Vanna Baby.
Okay.
I liked her.
Okay.
She was like in my pocket, like should I, shoot,
Trying to remind you of you.
Like I boss a nigga up type shit, and then I got my own bag. Like I liked it that not just that whole begging shit. We sick of that. So sometimes it's nice to hear a different side. And I mean it's quite a few of them. I love her crazy ass big pussy.
Okay. Shout out to Jigs. What up, though, Jigs?
Shout out to her. Yeah, she a Gemini too. I met her a while ago.
She good people.
And she tapped in with me. This is when she.
I can see y'all on the song, man. I can see y'all on the song.
Listen, she was just stepping her toe in it. I don't think she was really rapping because I used to play her music to my sister. I swear, I used to be like, you gotta listen to this bitch. She's talking dumb, like unfiltered shit, I would say. And you know, it just went. This was years ago, and now I'm proud to see that it actually caught because she never changed. And that's what I like about her. She never changed.
Came out here doing her thing.
She kept talking that shit, that raw shit. First thing came out.
Talking that shit.
So that was nice to hear for sure.
For sure. So so I know you performed out of town. You know, I done bumped into you in the A and ATL and different places or whatever.
Yeah.
What's one city that you would like that you haven't been to performing that you would like to go to?
I haven't performed in Cali, no parts of Cali. So I'll say it have to be something like a good area in LA. And I haven't performed nowhere in Florida either yet. Of course, Miami. Who wouldn't love to perform at one of the Rolling Louds or something? You know, one of them big stages, even if it's during the day early. But yeah, those are like some top places. I didn't dang near stepped around in the other places that's known for music, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Ohio, PA, all that. So definitely got to tap into those popular areas.
For sure. So long term, would you rather stay independent with kind of like just a distribution deal, or you want to be signed fully all the way?
I guess that just depends on what's coming with all that.
Okay.
Yeah, because nowadays it seems like a lot of these artists getting fucked over. So whether it's the 360s or the distribution, and then like I wouldn't mind being a part of something that somebody could boost me up. Whether I get something up the front end or not. But if they can get me heard and give me the stuff that I need, the direction, the platforms, all that, yes, because I didn't turn down a couple little local deals because I didn't really see nothing coming out of it.
Right, that's understandable. If it got to make sense. If it don't make sense, then fuck it. You know. For sure. So how do you feel? How do you feel about the DJs in this day and age, and then how do you feel about radio?
If they hear me say this, they gonna hate me. It's dying.
Which one?
Both.
Okay.
I mean, cause I feel like when I'm in the club. A particular song might not stick out. No song really sticks out. I mean, it can happen. The beat could get me turned, boom. But and then when I'm driving. Sometimes I can hear a song and it catch my attention. A lot of those things, those situations are rare. It happens though. I'm not gonna down them completely, but obviously the internet is taking everything from us by a storm, and a lot of the DJs don't like hearing that, and a lot of the radio hosts don't like hearing that either. But I got on the radio early in my career.
For sure. Like
real early, and I feel like I did better after, like without being on the radio. It didn't do nothing. I mean, somebody.
Well, you got to get in rotation.
Yeah.
Radio still works, but it's just you got to get in rotation, and it has to be consistent.
Yeah, it has to be.
I can't just get in the mix show once or twice.
Yeah.
You got to be in rotation.
Because that irritating song that keep playing eventually you might be singing it while you checking out at the grocery store or something, right? So, I mean, something gets stuck in your head enough, it be in there. So, you right.
For sure. So, what's something else that you want to do in the future? You want to get off into like a clothing line, some acting?
I want to, acting, that's me, for sure. I'm actually doing a lot of songs for movies right now.
That's what's up.
That's what I've been doing lately. There's some producers in LA, shout out to y'all. They've been just putting my songs in nonstop movies.
And you've been getting your sync license, all that together? Okay.
So that's something that's big. Acting is cool too. But I want to move into management.
Okay.
I feel like if I can get me a nice artist up under my belt, my connections, my experience, it could really take somebody far. I prefer a female artist.
Okay.
However, it could be a male. It could be a young male. And yeah, it's kind of show them the ropes, figure it out, get it together. So that is something big. And of course, still my cooking, because a girl can cook. So
you know what? You always been a hustler. Like I said, me and ICIS, we go back to when I first started my podcast. She was one of my first guests that came on. Hit her up with no problem. She came through. She was the first person making masks. Even like right before the pandemic, he was making masks in the beginning of 2018. And all the guys on their crews was wearing her mask. Then pandemic came. She made all the custom masks. Should I end up going to LA to the fashion district, getting a whole bunch of masks? I made so much money off masks, it's unreal.
Girl.
I was selling the Nike masks, Louis Vuitton, all the damn masks.
I'm saying fuck COVID, because that bitch killed my business. Like, I was eating. I was making so much money.
So much money.
Masks was my thing until it became a priority. Like, you
yeah,
had
you
to
made
have
them.
one.
Like I said, it was
Fashion.
before COVID. Right.
Just to match your outfit, match your shoes. The whole Cash Kid and all his gang on the stage wearing them. Every artist, PZ, everybody wearing them. DZ, it was a thing. They just tagging me. I'm like, oh my God, I made it. And then here go, boom, pandemic. Oh my God, girl, that tripped me out. People still to this day, people say I started coronavirus.
Oh my
I'm like,
goodness.
how did I start coronavirus? It's when you brought that shit over here from China with the masks. Now we gotta wear them. Man, it pissed me off, but it was an error.
And I seen you was doing a food truck at the old 007, doing that. And then she does philanthropy. I've seen you feed the homeless. So shout out, none of your work is going unseen.
Yes, thank you.
Even though if you think people don't see you, we see you.
Thank you.
And you've been doing your thing. I gotta give you your flowers and give you your props.
Yes.
I don't nobody else do for sure.
I definitely think your interview was my first interview.
Really? Okay.
I think so. It was my first ever interview. It was.
Okay, we had a blast.
Yeah, we
came
did.
up here. You did your rap.
Man, I was a hell of a character.
That was like 5 years ago.
Girl,
time
just
going by
go.
fast.
I swear. Yes, and I see you still doing your thing. You got your drinks.
Yeah, I'm always gonna have my Kim's Tasty Treasures, tequilas and lemonades. Doing that.
Right. Yes, girl.
I'm doing so many things. I ain't gonna even name them all because it's all about you today.
It's a man, and I just see your name everywhere, so I respect that.
Thank you. So we're gonna shout your social media tags out, and then we're gonna play your new song. But make sure y'all go follow ICIS the Goddess and support her. She been doing her thing, represent the city, putting on. But shout your social media out.
Okay, it's ICIS the Goddess, ICIS the Goddess, and y'all go ahead and follow on all outlets, even YouTube, and check me out.
All right, so we're gonna leave with your song. What's the name of it?
This is my latest release, Working Out, because a bitch dropped some weight, and I've been working out.
Working out.
Yes. And yeah, so shout out to all my working out girlies. Make sure y'all get in that gym, stay in that gym, and drink y'all water.
For sure. Oh, you still be skating?
Yes, girl.
I'm gonna have to come skate with you because I still be skating too.
You do?
Yes.
We
I
got
my own custom skate. Sure.
Link to the floor, throw my drink on the board. Christian Dior's, you ain't seen these before.